I packed up the family and hopped in the car and headed off to Bethany Beach, Delaware, just north of Ocean City for a little vacation. I was ready to see some sun, surf, sand, and sweeties. On the way into town, just 5 minutes before the Bethany Boardwalk on Route 26, I passed Yesterday's Fun, a fresh new toy store, selling gently used toys from my childhood. Spying some Playmobil in the window, I had to stop. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Everything was in clean condition, with only the occasional ripped decal or missing accessory. It's like taking an open house at eBay. This is a great spot to bring the kids and get them something cheap that they can play with at the beach, or find something long gone from your childhood and pack it up and take it home. Saw some vintage Ninja Turtles. Everything is pretty cheap and reasonable. You're not going to find some super rare gem for like $1, but it's all reasonable. I remember that cash register. This is an entire room off to the side with new and classic board games, many of them still shrink wrapped. It's always good to have some standbys when going to the beach. You never know when you're going to snag a rainy day and have to stay home from the beach. My son was giddy over the gently used Thomas train I got him. I'm a Playmobil man, but I loved poring over the vintage Fisher-Price Little People sets all the way back from the 60s. If you're buying these sets for very small children, take note of small choking hazard pieces. I remember that airport. This Sesame playset is under $8. Most of these barns still mooed. Everywhere you look in this store, there are buckets and bins you can dig through and fill up a bag, finding the pieces you need, or never knew you needed. I love that parking garage. I saw a lot of cool trucks and modern day Little People. These pudgy dinos are great for little kids. So you can choose between the still packaged ones or the individually bagged people and animals. I always wanted this McDonald's set when I was younger. I love that tray return slot, and does this cash register still ding? Woohoo! Sweet Playmobil! I love being able to pick and choose Playmobil 1, 2, 3 sets for my son. He got a cow and 2 pigs. I also got him the 1, 2, 3 airplane and a pilot. Then I picked up a Native American keychain. I also had to pick up an extra karate guy. You can never have too many of them. And then I saw this card game, never been opened. I'd once seen this in Europe and never since. Score! Of course, there's a whole aisle for girls, some unopened Cabbage Patch Kids, loads of My Little Pony, and tons of pink stuff I won't ever have to learn about since I don't have a daughter. I'm always weary buying secondhand puzzles in case they're missing a piece, but if they're still sealed, woohoo, General Hospital! I wanted to get the kittens for my wife. They had complicated puzzles, puzzles for very small children, and even puzzles featuring the Amish. You know, in the time of Xboxes and iPods, puzzles really do feel Amish-ish. These fatty Fisher-Price folks are for the bathtub. And looky, carded and loose Simpsons. I'm slowly stockpiling Galactic Heroes for when my 2-year-old is 3 or 4. I have several sets and had to pace myself as not to splurge on the Jabba's Palace. I ended up picking up an unopened Speeder Bike and Scout. They had some loose figures too. There are lots of Lincoln Logs, old Lincoln Logs, Tinker Toys, and what's this, Capsella? The modular science robot kits? Connects, Erector, and ooh, Construx. I had a ton of these growing up. There are bags and bins of Construx you could pour through and end up building something mighty. Woohoo! Still in the box, Capsella sets. And of course there's a whole Star Wars aisle. Mainly things from the last 10 years or so, but there's some real vintage figures floating around. I should have picked up that Cantina set. There are lots of new in-box LEGO, including the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull set. There are sets of all sizes and kinds, including SpongeBob, Bionicles, Pirates, Duplo, plus a bin you could dig through and fill up the bag for a few bucks. There's a modest offering of anime, Pokemon, and other Japanese figures like Sailor Moon, as well as random McFarlane and movie figures. Nice in-sync sets. Then there were the He-Man and Transformers. There are a lot of the 2000X He-Man figures from the last few years, but there were some old 80s figures in there too. Here's a Lion-O for $6. I got a still-flocked classic Mossman for $5. I saw some Superhero Squad guys, and what's this? TNG era Star Trek figures? I don't recall actually seeing this transport in stores. Sweet shuttlecraft, and some carded and loose figures to boot. What? Indiana Jones? Don't worry, I checked. No Mullah Ram. Talk about ripping out my heart. And tons of G.I. Joes packaged and loose. There's some very vintage figures mixed in as well. Near the front were these jars of vintage California raisins. Why was I so nuts about these when I was younger? Seriously, they're fun, but I was ravenous until I found some. And mussels! Sweet! But behind the counter they had some really vintage and more collectible stuff. The kids can get close and gawk without getting their grubby mitts on those 1980s Kenner figures. What, Space Jam? Nice Fonzie. Alright, I'm heading back to the beach. You're welcome. Yesterday's fun. 5 minutes from Bethany Beach on Route 26, maybe 40 minutes from Ocean City. Take a break from the booze and babes and check out this little nostalgic playground.